Whether your issue is falling asleep or staying asleep, these tips will help you no matter what. I'm going to break this down into 4 different categories. Things you can do all day that'll help your sleep. Tips around lights, specifically. Tips around your routine right before bed, sleep hygiene. And then some ideas around supplements and herbs. Number 1, a morning workout versus an evening workout. I know a lot of people are going to be struggling with that one. But here's the thing. You guys know what happens when you work out, right? Your cortisol shoots up. Our cortisol rhythm throughout the day should be high in the morning and it should taper off throughout the day to be lower in the evening. We need our cortisol to be lower in the evening to be counter-regulatory to melatonin, which is our sleepy hormone. And so we might be a little too stirred up to sleep well. If you need to do something in the evening, but right now sleep is like just escaping you, you're not sleeping well, and you keep trying to hammer it with something like CrossFit, I would say at least a few days a week, instead of doing the high intensity exercise, go to a yoga class or take a walk. That's not going to jack your cortisol way up. It's going to be activity. Do something lower intensity. Try it a few days a week and see how that works for you and just make that switch, okay? No coffee after noon, and then no caffeine. So this would be like teas or chocolate. I wouldn't have that after about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. Different people metabolize caffeine differently. And so it's a reality that some people can literally drink coffee right before bed and just go to sleep. Not all of us can do that. Lights, the category of lights. When the sun goes down, keep your overhead lighting to a minimum. We need our body to kind of calm down, and that light stimulus is not helping. Same thing with our computer screens. We want to use something like Flux. You can do a little Google search for this. It's a blue light blocker on your computer screen. So it'll naturally, as you set it, it'll gradually shift the blue tint of your screen. Some people will use amber goggles. That's fine too. And now your iPhone has, it's called night shift. So as you set it, that will automatically turn your screen more amber. And I recommend that you turn the brightness down on your screen. That is really going to also help. Then as far as lights go in your room, most of us are under fluorescent lights or artificial light from a computer screen all day. So we want to black out our room at night to sort of counterbalance that. We also need some of that darkness to help to initiate the melatonin production that's going to make us sleepy. Now, looking at the routine, the sleep hygiene, the hour before you go to bed, here are some things that you can do. First of all, begin your bedtime prep about an hour ahead of when you want to go to sleep, especially if you're eating anything, having your last food about an hour before bed, because if we go to sleep, our digestion is going to slow down. So we don't want to have this huge heavy meal in our stomach. Doesn't mean you can't eat a little snack if you're hungry. If you are taking supplements, I do recommend that you do that about an hour before bed because they're going to start to kick in better. This way, if you do need to take a little bit of water with them, you have a little more time to go to the bathroom before you go to bed. The last one, if you are looking at some supplements, which this is not the first place I go, you guys. Supplements are an okay intervention, short term, but everything else is what really contributes to better sleep. It's about the whole picture and it's about what you do most of the time. It's not about the supplements. They are a crutch and they're not meant to be a lifelong thing. Lemon balm, passion flower, valerian root, those are all really calming. Sometimes you can find a combination of those. Phosphatidylserine is another calming nutrient. If you are somebody who is training at night, take this with dinner after your training. But here's the thing, I don't say that as a way to enable you to continue training at night forever if you don't sleep well as a result. I want you to make changes in your daily routine to shift yourself to be able to work out in the morning or at lunchtime. I don't want you to be like, well, I can just take the supplement and then it'll help me sleep. That's not the point. The point of the supplement is to be a crutch. You don't walk around on crutches your whole life after you break your leg, right? You need to get off of them. 5-HTP, that can also be helpful, and it's definitely a little bit safer to be tinkering with than melatonin because it's a precursor, so your body is naturally going to convert it to melatonin. As a last resort, you can try melatonin, but I would start with a very low dose of that, and I Don't recommend that generally because that is a hormone. So when you're taking in an exogenous or made outside the body hormone, it can potentially, if you take it for too long, downregulate your body's own normal melatonin production because you're supplementing with it for so long. So it's good in a pinch. It might be good if you're traveling over many time zones and need to force your body to sleep, but it's not something that I would recommend as a go-to off the bat.
That's all I've got for you guys today. Remember, I post new videos every week. Subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any. Leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this video, or to share what you want to learn more about from me. I'll see you next week.
It's about the whole picture and it's about what you do most of the time. It's not about the supplement. The point of the supplement is to be a crutch. You don't walk around on crutches your whole life after you break your leg, right? You need to get off of them.